now we're going to talk about the small pool. The small pool is 13,000 gallons. Here's the controller for the small pool. So right now you're at 7.4 for pH, 661 for the HRR. Those are the only two that you're worried about, obviously, just like the other one, but this one's just a little more difficult. Erin knows how to do this one very well. She's had this one in the past. So basically, if I want to go in here, I've just tested it, and my reading said on there, the pH is 7.3, and I'm like, well, or 7.2, let's say, to make it bad off, and I'd be like, oh, it's still 7.4, really. So to adjust this one, you push enter, then you push operator view number 1, and then you look for pH is 0, that's the setup, so push 0. And now this is all the pH stuff you can do. The only two you're going to worry about is the feed point. The feed point's set for 7.6 right now. It's been there for a long time. I don't anticipate you're going to need to do anything, but for some reason, if your pH is not coming down and you're getting that reading and it's way off, then you can lower it. And then to lower it, you go to 0. See how it says 7.6? The previous value, the new value, I would punch in. It's 0, 0 right now. So I'm going to punch in 7.5. So there you go, it's 7.5. Now I'm going to enter. Push enter. And now the feed's set for 7.5. That's how you get your feed point to change like you did on this one. Now this one that's how you do it. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I can go to, I want to do another thing, so I'll go to previous screen. Previous screen, see how it says wait 5 seconds, blah, blah, blah. You wait 5 seconds and then it'll go back to the normal screen just like that. Okay, it's 7.4, everything's good. And then now you're like, oh, okay, I'm good there. So now let's say the chlorine is high, and and you're like, oh, I got to get that down. So the HRR is chlorine. It's set for 662. Your chlorine is high. Now you're like, I got to lower that chlorine. So what you do is you go into this again. You just push enter. There you go. Push number 1, operator view. Now here's all your settings for the chlorine. HRR, I'm sorry, for everything, apologize. Now you want, okay, I already did pH, I don't mess with that. Now I want to go to HHR setup, that's the chlorine. So number 1, push number 1. Here's all your settings for the chlorine. It is set for, you only mess with the top one, settings. Don't mess with anything else. Just same thing for pH, just the top one. So anyways, now you go into settings and you say, okay, 0 is HHR. The old setting is 660. Now the other setting is 0, that's the new one. And just remember, we said, oh, I want to go lower. So to go lower, you just want to, and you want to go 5 at a time on this too. So now you go, okay, I guess I'm going to go to 655. That's going to make me lower. Then you push enter. And then that's it. Now it will bring the chlorine down. And like I said, you wait a couple hours. Whoops. I'm trying to go backwards here. Oh, previous screen. You don't want to do anything for a couple hours, then you try again. So that's how you do that. So now I'm going to go back here and put everything back the way it was, because everything was fine until I touched it. So I'm just going to do it fast. You can watch. All right, I'm going to enter. I'm going to 1. Now I want to get that pH back to where it was, so I'm pushing 0. Remember, it was 7.6, so I want to put it back there, so I got to go to 0. 7, see, there's 7.5. I want to go new, 7.6. And then I push enter. So that's back to where it was before I messed with this. And then I go previous screen like before. Previous screen like before. wait 5 seconds, blah, 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 la, 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 la. Okay, there's all the settings. So now I got to put that HRR back because I moved it because we said it was too high and I was trying to lower it. It's been working fine, so I need to get it back to where it was before I started teaching this. All right, so go ahead, enter, and then you go to number 1, operator view. Now it's the HRR, which is chlorine again. Now I'm going number 1, and the set point is right here, so that's 0. And remember, I put it down to 655. I want to put it back to 660 because that was working well. I was just showing you how to turn it down if you want to. So I'm going 660. Push enter. Everything's back to the way it was before I started teaching this. And then to go back to normal screen, I'm pushing previous. Just waiting 5 seconds. And then boom, right? Boom, now it's back to where it was. That is the small pool.